I am in Chicago traffic. It is 7:23 a.m. and look at this, guys. Typical Chicago traffic. That being said, guys, welcome to another day with Zimaleta. And I want to basically talk to you guys a little bit today. Something fun I just thought of. I was looking at a Sprinter in front of me here. Obviously it's a Dodge Sprinter, probably 2007, 8, 9, you know, when they made it and stuff like that. That reminded me that I have one, which is a 2012, and it's a Mercedes. And there was a little project I want to do to it, and I might still do it, but I also want to, you know, give you this other idea. Check it out, guys. What if I somehow go to the auction, find a Mercedes, any Mercedes year, I don't care, with an AMG package, like I'm talking about AMG engine, the whole 9 yards. What if I buy that Mercedes and completely convert my 2012 Mercedes Sprinter into a gas AMG Mercedes? Now how cool would that be? Like, that is actually really exciting to think about it. So, like, and what I mean is, like, I would need to do, like, a lot of stuff. Like, if you guys never did anything like that, don't worry, I didn't either. But if you're wondering if that could be done, yes, it can be. It is not a common practice here in America, but I've been watching a lot of Russian videos. They'll take, like, a German car, and they'll stick, like, a Japanese engine in there. Makes a lot of sense. Because they're cheaper to maintain and stuff like that, you know. But I'm a big Mercedes fan, and I'm just a car guy in general and stuff, and I try to think outside the box and sometimes do stuff that it's not gonna really make me any money in the process of doing it, but at the same time it's going to give me a lot of pleasure of doing it, a lot of fun. Obviously this is going to be like in a video and stuff like that. So you might ask, how would I do such a feat? Because it is a lot of work, and it is, and I know we're gonna run into some challenges, and I'm pretty sure some of my viewers will also maybe assist me, like with certain, you know, challenges that I'm gonna face, because some of you guys, you have more experience than I do with some of the stuff, and we're all like-minded individuals here that enjoy cars or working because we need to. But guys, like, I always like dream of like these kind of things. Like, I literally will not like sleep like and think about all this like interesting stuff. Like, I talked to you about this one idea when I was on a vacation, making a Sprinter 6x6 version for the older style, and I'm thinking, what about putting an AMG in there as well? How cool would that be? But let's skip that one for now, because that is a fun project. But a 2012 would be a newer body style with an AMG engine. Like, that would be so cool. Like, I'm actually thinking about, like, just using that thing for me, like my personal vehicle. I might travel with it, like cross country and stuff like that. So I think that would be fine, you know, like as far as, you know, it being a gasoline engine and stuff. But it's going to be very interesting because it would have like real world drive, you know, and man, it would probably like smoke those tires in the back, you know. I don't know, like, if you ever seen the Sprinter spinning out, but I'm pretty sure an AMG Sprinter can do that. Like, that would be like so cool. You know, a while back, as a joke, because I actually heard somebody put in AMG, like AMG emblems on their Sprinter van, and somebody was making fun of them. I'm not gonna say who it was, but I'm like, I'm gonna do that now, because I don't care, you know. And I actually went on eBay and I bought myself an AMG emblem, like a matte black one. I stuck it on my Sprinter, and guess the Sprinter I stuck it on, the million-mile Sprinter, the one that's was pretty much like a garbage at the time, you know. But to make myself feel a little bit better, is, you know, I made it look like it's got an AMG logo, you know. That didn't add anything, but you know, it boosted my kind of like I don't know like how to say it, but it boosted my mood, let's just say it like that, you know, just knowing that that's funny, and I like funny stuff like that. But anyways, let's get into this whole thing. how would I do it? I would need to buy a completely wrecked, well, they don't have to be completely wrecked, but a working engine, obviously, you know, would need to be in there and stuff like that, you know. But the whole entire car, I don't care where it's been smashed, hopefully not front, or a very light front, because, you know, I would not want the engine to be impacted. But guys, I would take the engine, transmission, the drive shaft. Maybe I have to splice the two drive shafts together for the rear because it's longer in the Sprinter, or maybe I could use those connections. I could think of something. I always am full of ideas and think outside the box. But I would take the computer from the AMG, I would take the transmission control module, everything, all the electronics, all the wiring, everything. I was gonna pull it out from the 2012 and basically leave nothing but a shell. So it's not but a shell. Shoot, I'll even take the dashboard out, like everything. And I'm gonna switch everything over from the AMG, like just in all the computers, probably all the ABS, you know, stuff and all the sensors. I mean, I'll do it the least as possible. Like if I don't have to like convert rear differential, I'm not, you know. But you know, hopefully I would just keep it the way it is. But I would just basically convert everything over, you know, just, you know. And if you guys have some ideas, just feel free to comment below, like tell me, you know, a creative type of solution to some of the problems that I might be facing. That would help, because it's not going to stop me from doing it, even though somebody's going to think it's completely crazy. Like I'll literally do it, and I do have the time to do it. And I know it might seem like I don't have the time to do it because I'm really, really busy, but I'm only busy because I'm trying to actually make money right now so that I can finish my house and a lot of this other stuff, and, you know, give myself some free time. But because you guys know I'm planning this this project, 2012 Sprinter repair project, and well, at least those videos, okay, and getting it to run. Now, how, man, this truck in front of me just got all kinds of stuff flying from it, like trash basically, and I'm already like 200 feet away or 300. Just got crap flying all over the place. Oh, not a good thing. And I got a new window. I don't want to get it busted. But anyways, want to get it running. So I've been thinking a lot, you know, with a lot of different creative ideas, like how am I gonna go about it and stuff like that. And just now, like I'm thinking, wait a minute, it's a Mercedes. So why not stick a Mercedes product in there? And I immediately started thinking, okay, I could buy any Mercedes with any kind of engine, smashed in any way. I could probably find a good deal and buy it and go ahead and use all that stuff that I need to use, including the speedometer, everything. Because I would need to, you know, switch everything over to cause the least amount of problems. I mean, technically, it's like my Sprinter will go in for surgery, wake up with a different brain, and you know, have like a performance package. I mean, the engine does not, in the computer, does not know which body it's in. You know, I put it to sleep, convert it over. Actually, guys, speaking of that, like this is gonna be freaky. Okay, I was reading somewhere, shoot, like a while back, like at least a year back, that there was this guy that actually did a human head transplantation to another human. They're doing it like a prisoners and stuff in China. But that is crazy. That is crazy, guys. I mean, if they could do that, you know, with a human, then shoot, like you could do anything with the car, really. I mean, it's just metal, you know, just need to work and install it inside, you know. But guys, me even saying that, I don't have like that much experience, you know, like when it comes to doing like engine swaps. Of course, I did all kinds of stuff on my channel with engines, transmission, electronics. So I got a pretty good idea what I'm messing with, and I already tried making my million mile Sprinter Frankenstein. It's got a different engine, it's got a different transmission, it's got a different rear differential, different everything, different computers, including the different key for the ignition switch. Speedometer is different, everything's different. I switched everything, so I know like how to get, you know, stuff to communicate when it's the same type of car, you know, to make a different computer communicate with a different engine, because that's no problem. Like I think there's a lot of misconception amongst people that's really not like car guys. They like cars, but they're really not car guys. They think that there's a chip. Like I heard this Guys, I heard this many times, especially growing up. There's a chip inside of the engine, and that engine communicates with that chip, the transmission. There's really no chip in the engine. The engine is just an engine, you know, it plugs in all these little sensors and stuff, you know, and, you know, for the injectors and stuff like that, you know, and the computer tells it what to do. So, I mean, I bet, and correct me if I'm wrong, let's take, for instance, we got a 2012 Sprinter, right? Okay. Probably if you take a 2012 Mercedes, or right around the same age, maybe, you know, between 2010 and 15, you know, you could probably take an engine, as long as, you know, like a different engine from a different gasoline car, you know, and maybe, some of the connectors would be the same, like the computer, like the actual computer connectors would be the same, maybe the same sensors, design, and stuff like that. Now, in that case, I'm just like wondering, I mean, once you install an engine, can't you just use original wire and just go ahead and plug in another computer? You probably can, because I heard they've been doing some tricks year to year, and I don't know if this is true, year to year, like Mercedes will take, and for these Sprinters, I'm not sure if they're doing it to gasoline cars, but they will switch some wires around in the whole wiring harness, you know, to make it different colors and whatnot, to work with the ECU that they have inside, to keep people from hacking those, you know, like getting rid of like the DF systems and you know, stuff like that, you know. So I don't know if they do that, or if they do, how often they do that, and maybe you could still get it to work with certain like year engines, you know, like it has to be between this to that, like I know for a 2006 Sprinter, you could only use stuff from 2004, 5, and 6. It's going to work. 2001, 2, and 3 will work, but I have never seen a 2001 Sprinter, but you know, they're around, obviously. But they probably came to America in 2002 and 2003. But I bet there is some people that maybe ordered some earlier, so they might be like that. But I also seen guys 2007 body style with an original 2.7 liter engine in there from a Mercedes like mine, you know, like this type of diesel. And I kind of thought, you know, that's really cool. I also wanted to do a project like that. Like I already have a Sprinter that I could use as a donor. I mean, in a way, like I'll be tearing up a Sprinter that is functional. So it breaks my heart to do that, like, because that would have to be my million-mile Sprinter, because it's got the most miles. It's like, it seems like it's a ideal situation to just go out and take the engine out of that, because I bought that engine for $9,500, and I mean, you know, to me, I paid that much money, you know, so like that Sprinter's still worth a lot of money to me, even though it's got like 1,187,000 miles on it. But at the same time, you know, thinking about it, I installed that engine when the original miles were 844,500. I still remember that number. So, you know, that engine has raked up already some miles. So, like, in a way, I'm thinking, you know, it's not a new engine per se, and that engine already made me all my money back. I was able to buy my house and all my other Sprinters with it and stuff like that. But at the same time, you know, I don't want to lose that money, but I also don't want to sell that Sprinter. So, you know, perhaps I'll leave that engine inside of that one and come up with another solution. So one of the other things that I was thinking about doing, I have this Chrysler 300C. It's not a C, but it's a limited. But it's basically the same thing, just does not have the Hemi. It's got, you know, luxury package and stuff like that. So you guys know that a lot of those 300Cs, they had the Mercedes transmission and a lot of the Mercedes electronics. And if you kind of think about it, well, if you just go research, go look up Chrysler 300C and go to the Wikipedia page, you will clearly see that it was very common for Mercedes transmission to be used in those. Not only that, but especially in Europe and maybe some here, some of the models, they had the 2.7 liter diesels in there for the early years, and then for the later years they had the 3.0 diesel. So if you really think about it, Chrysler 300C was using Mercedes diesels, Mercedes Sprinter stuff in there. So, you know, like my hand started like really thinking on that and thinking, you know, if you really think about it, like it's almost like that's a Mercedes living inside of the Chrysler 300C. And if you do your research, it says that they used a lot of suspension components and electronics from the Mercedes E-Class. And, you know, I guess to give it the luxury feel, you know, obviously not an S500, but hey, you got a 2005 Mercedes E-Class. I mean, that's a nice car. They have like the nice E55 AMG, like those are like really nice, you know. It should have been really nice to find one of those at auction at AMG and, you know, beyond repair. But just take all those components and just switch it over to Mercedes. But you know what, guys? If I was able to find an original 3.0 liter engine and transmission with a Chrysler, you know, 300 model, somewhere like that or whatever, and that would have been pretty awesome, because I mean that would be like a straight up conversion. I mean, you would not even have to change any like motor mounts or whatever. Like you just put another engine in there and that's it, really. Just use original drive shaft and original rear differential, and you don't have to like switch anything. The only thing you would need to do is swap the computer out, obviously, plug in another one in there, and there's some other computers that they added. I don't know what they're called, but it's kind of like the immobilizers and stuff. Maybe switch those around too. You know, especially if it's a 3.0, all those will be available in that model. And obviously, guys, with the Chrysler 300 that I have, I don't know what transmission that I have. I just know I got a 3.5 liter engine, which is powerful, and it's economical. It's got like a 20 miles per gallon type of engine, sometimes 22. So that would have been a perfect engine swap into that Sprinter. You know, perhaps that's actually what I'm going to do. But I will focus on finding like an AMG Mercedes, and then, you know, using one of my other Sprinters to try to convert it into the AMG package. Shoot, I might even do it to an older one. Maybe I will do it to that one that I will make, I will turn into a 6-wheel drive Sprinter. And the whole idea for me is to really not make it 6-wheel drive, just to have a just regular wheel drive, and the other wheels in the back that would just sort of like be there, just rolling along. You know, but if it would have an engine in there, like it would be like so fast. But then again, at a later point, you know, once you know, I would be ready to do the conversion. It's not like it's gonna be like that difficult to convert into actual 6-wheel drive. I mean, I don't know what it takes because I've never done it, but you know, at the same time, I mean, you know, other people have. I've seen many people do it before. And there's a bunch of tools here. But that would be like extremely fun, you know, and stuff like that. So, guys, what do you think about that? Like taking an AMG engine and sticking it in a Sprinter. You know, I think it would be awesome. I mean, I would have more fun, I think, sticking that in a normal Sprinter, the AMG setup, because I mean, there's no extra weight. There's, you know, you just got the Sprinter. But it would be so cool. Like that would be like a sleeper type of Sprinter. Like you would just be able to like just race anything, you know, pretty much up there. Like if you really wanted to, and pretty much win. You know, that would be so cool. But anyways, this is just my little thoughts and ideas. I hope you guys liked them. If you watched this far, thank you so much for watching. Guys, if you want to watch something else, you could look to the left. There's a recommended video for you. Somehow YouTube thinks that video is something you're gonna enjoy, so you could click on that. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. I don't know why you're not a subscriber. It's a fun channel. I make videos every single day, but you could click on my little icon with my face and subscribe over there, like at the bottom. And there's also a Patreon page. If you guys feel like you want to donate for one reason or another, maybe support a project and stuff like that, you know, feel free to do that. I will be forever grateful to you. You can just click on my Patreon and do that. Not necessary, you know, I'm not, you know, like begging for anybody to do that, but I think it'll be fun. And I know if I was a pretty wealthy person, I would definitely want to do that. Like, it would make me feel good, because it's a lot better to be a giver than a taker, you know. So me saying that, like, I really don't want to be a taker at all. I just want to give, you know. But I know there's a lot of people out there that they want to give too, and we might be trying to give each other, you know. And that would be kind of, no, you take it, no, you take it, you take it, you take it. But But anyways, guys, see you in my next video, and thank you for subscribing if you did already. God bless you. Take care.